What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another Wind Razors episode, this time focusing on NCL. I have a little project that I came up with, you guys, late night 5 a.m. project that I think you guys will enjoy. This is going to be D1 and D2 combined, and we have some predictions for you guys, some early mid-season predictions for playoffs based off of some numbers, and I'll go into explaining that. But first, I'll introduce my beautiful co-host and a numbers champion himself, Mystery Cool Dude.
Oi, matey. It's a lovely crumpet.
Oh my god. Every time.
Sorry. What's going on, party people? My name is Mystery.
So, Mystery doesn't know anything, really. I kind of explained to him the gist of what I'm doing, but he doesn't know anything, so this is a surprise for him, and he's going to give his thoughts on how the season can go, obviously. So, before we start, I crunched the numbers, and I came up with everybody's win-loss ratio for the first 4 weeks of the season, how much you win by, and projected your records with that, with differential and all that for the end of the season. And I also, as you can see, have your strength of schedule for the rest of the week. So we're going to go through strength of the schedule, and then we're going to go with final predictions based on numbers, and then Mystery's going to give his opinion on how the numbers might be skewed a little bit, and how you guys can kind of work with it to sneak in, or better your differential, stuff like that. So big wins, stuff like that against bigger coaches will obviously give you better availability to get to the top. So don't take this by any means as this is what's going to happen. This is just what the numbers show, and then we're going to give Mystery's going to be a little bit more opinion based. So we're going to start. So the coach that has the best strength of schedule, the weakest, we're going from weakest to toughest strength of schedule. His combined coaches he has facing so far in the season are 6-9 -8. That's what she said. And he is 2-2 +0 right now, and this looks really well for Tay. Like, if Tay just continues being consistent, nothing crazy, then I have him doing really well. So all he has to do is keep playing consistently, and his strength of schedule will kind of help him out, steer towards him. So I'm very looking towards, and the numbers all point towards Tay being a very high seed in playoffs with the strength of schedule.
Tay's strength of schedule, this is what he has left or what he's already played?
This is what he has left.
Okay.
So this is the combined coaches for his next 4 weeks for their first part of the season. This is what their schedule, like what he's looking like.
Yeah, makes sense. So
going up from there, at number 9 we have Glimpse, who just played his game actually, so his goes down a little bit, but his strength of schedule was 7-11 -14. And so Glimpse should also, he is also, I think, he is also 2-2 at 0. D2, just so you know, Mystery, just to give you a little insight, before the Glimpse game, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people at 2-2. So, very tight there. So going up.
That's what she said.
There too. Our other 2-2 team is Monster, who has combined 7-10 -5. So his strength of schedule isn't awful as well. So this is good for him looking forward. These are all very strong playoff coaches as well. So I'm expecting these three especially to make playoffs. Glimpse did just lose, literally just happened, so that hurts his chances a little bit, and he's going to have to definitely pick it up, but his schedule definitely helps him out a little bit. At number 7, we have Person, whose strength of schedule is 8-10 -11. So he's also a high playoff coach. I have him winning quite a few games left, so that should be good for him. At number 6, we have Ava at 9-10. So this is very middle of the road strength of schedule. If she wins the game that she should, and maybe even ekes out a win that she shouldn't, she will be very high playoff seed. I have her winning a few games as well, a pretty average amount. But at number 5, we have Omar, and Omar being 1-3 -5, he did just win, so I will give him that. He's now 2-3 -4. But he has a lot for, as you can see, kind of jumps up a lot from 6 to 5.
That's what I was saying. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, so his strength of schedule there gets a lot harder with, so he's going to have to play well. And I'm excited because I think that this can be one of the coaches that the numbers are going to kind of lie about. And he can definitely sneak into playoffs if he keeps playing well. At number 4, we have Sonic Goon, who is our number 1 seed at 4-0. But his strength of schedule is 10-9 +5. So he has a little bit more. Actually, Sonic Goon should be where Omar is. I kind of messed that up.
I was gonna say
it's okay. We'll just swap them. That's fine. Could just do 10 and 9 here, and then 10 and 5 here. So Omar actually has a little bit harder time than Sonic Goon. And then, wait, aren't they the same? No, okay, never mind. One of them was the same. I know that. It was funny. So yeah, Sonic Goon is middle of the road. He should, if he wins the games, he'll be fine, especially with a 4-0 start. It's very hard to miss playoffs from that perspective at all. So unless he loses out, he's pretty much guaranteed.
Who are we missing at this point?
We are missing Mage, Stev, Vika, and
it's just those three.
So the next one is Steph at 11 and 12 minus 5. So it's kind of like the numbers kind of lie a lot here, where it's technically it's up here, but these are winnable games. But it is Steph.
So you're going off of based on just the amount of wins that the other coaches have, and not like win percentage.
It's kind of how I did that. I didn't want to go fully into win percentage because that would have taken me 8 bajillion years. And I was tired. Like I said, this was 5 a.m. So Steph's here at number 3 with that strength of schedule. And then we go into Vikavolt at 2. It was 11 and 9 plus 3. So Vikavolt just lost the game. So it just kind of gets harder for him. He has to play well. I had him winning a couple games, so we'll see where he ends up. And then at number 1, our bottom coach of Mage, his rest of schedule is 12 and 11 plus 7. It's a little bit skewed because he hasn't played. Him and Steph haven't played their week 3 yet, or week 4, one of them.
Loser of that game is not winning a game all season. So
yeah. So both of them have very difficult schedules, so they need to win, and they need to win now. So with the numbers, everything piping up, that's my D2 strength of schedule. We go over, and this is what the numbers say what will be at the end of the year with differential and everything. So Sonic Goon with a comfortable 2-win lead with his strength of schedule and the way he's been playing. And then we have a very tight race between Person, Tay, and Ava. I think differential is going to be Tay's downfall because of the way he's winning games, just based off of that. And I think Person has the exact opposite. The way he's been winning games, his differential is going to put him ahead of the ship. Ava's kind of there, stuck in the middle. I have Vikavolt and Monster coming in at 5 and 4, just eking out Glimpse, who also just lost, so he really has to step it up. And then I have Omar, Mage, and Steph. I think those two are kind of, with the starts that they've had, and then they have to play each other too, it's going to kind of be at that point where, like, they have to do something crazy to get into playoffs. I think the one that can lie, I think everybody down to 8 has, like, a legitimate chance to make playoffs. But, Mystery, go ahead with what you want to say with this.
I'm not sure how Vikavolt is so high considering his strength of schedule at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He's 2 and 3 now. I know this was when he was 2 and 2.
Or was he when he was 2 and 2, and he lost the game that by the numbers he should have won. So that's why he's a little bit higher.
What about that game says he should have won though? Because Omar was 1 and 3 and he was 2 and 2.
Well, it's just by also the numbers of how Omar's been losing, and yeah, but Omar being 1 and 3 and him being 2 and 2, the odds are a little bit heavier in his favor, just with differential wise and stuff like that. But he definitely falls now.
Personally, I would just switch those two, and I think this is the 6. With Glimpse maybe getting in and over one of these people. Monster being 6th is kind of surprising, especially because he was almost a D1 coach for this season.
I will say his is also a little bit deceiving. This is why you guys shouldn't go too necessarily by numbers, because Monster season has been very, very hacksy on both sides. He's hacked some people, and he's gotten hacked quite a few times.
Hacks or be hacked,
Yeah. So I think his right there can kind of be anywhere in this range, but he's just kind of had the bad luck of the draw so far, so this is kind of where he gets put. But I do like the top 2 seeds being Person and Goon. I like that a lot. I could see
I agree.
Ava sneaking maybe in there over one of them. Like if Sonic Goon goes on like kind of not a great run or anything, but all three of them have, except for Pearson has a great strength of schedule, so that's why I see his differential being so high. And then Ava and Sonic Goon have very middle of the road strength of schedules. So
if I could have bet on the top 3 seeds, I just want to say that this would have been my top 3 with maybe Monster. I would have had to like figure out where to put him. If I was betting on top 4, it would have been Monster with those top 3. But yeah, I mean, this is just kind of my confirmation bias. But yeah, I think these top 3 make a ton of sense. I do think Goon will be the 1 seed, all things considered. His team is just really good. And
I agree. He's been playing very well. So
yeah, he's one of the better coaches in this division. I think like these 3 and Monster will be the last 4 remaining.
For sure. All right, and then coming in at D1, are you ready, Mystery?
See it.
You're gonna love D1. All right, at number 10.
Wow.
My strength of schedule
the
is...
numbers, guys, I swear.
I am not even trying to be biased, dude. When I saw this, I knew Mystery was gonna say something. He's gonna... And it's not even close, Mystery. My strength of schedule compared to everybody else's is kind of wild.
I do want to say as well, the reason that like strength of schedule kind of works the way it does, especially this early in the season, is like the teams that are doing well are beating up on those coaches. It makes themselves look worse. So like if you 6-0 somebody, it makes your strength of schedule like look worse because you beat up on them. So I do want to put that out there.
He is very, very right. That's why also when I kind of keep emphasizing this is by numbers, which can be a little bit skewed because of just how the season is going. Mystery and me will point out certain things that can skew numbers. So take this like with a grain of salt. Like this is literally just what the numbers say based on this season. So this is just kind of like to give you guys a little bit of like a stepping off point of where like things are panning out to be based on how you're doing. This can all be completely different. At the end of the season, we could have completely different seeds than what the numbers says. So don't like super take this with like a whole bunch. But my strength of schedule based on everybody else looks very, very easy. With a combined 7 and 11 minus 16. So pretty poggers for me there. Expecting a higher seed, quite a few wins. So I have to live up to those expectations.
You won't with Lucario, though.
True. At number 9, we go to Ark, who has a strength of schedule of 8 and 11, which, with a rough start, this could be good for Ark. I feel like this could be something that Ark takes with a grain of salt as well. Like he should look at this, maybe get a little confidence with this as well.
He did already play the top 2 seeds, so yeah, that actually does kind of make sense. Okay.
Yep. So, and then moving up, we have Pickles, who has a 9 and 9 minus 3. So very, very even strength of schedule. And then, this is where the funny thing happened. I'm going to move up. Tristen and him have the same exact strength of schedule, which I thought was pretty crazy how that panned out. But, so both of them, Tristen being 2 and 2, and then Pickles being 1 and 3. Either of them, if they can get kind of a leap off of each other, this could be a fight for a playoff spot, like a middle tier playoff spot, for sure. So going up, we have Bucks, who's got 10 and 10 plus 3 strength of schedule. So Bucks has a very, very rough start, being 1 and 3 minus 8. He's gonna have to take full advantage. It's very middle of the road strength of schedule, but if he can win the games he's supposed to and win against one of like a top tier coach. Who's Bucks faced so far, top tier wise?
Me.
You. Does he face Taylor?
No.
Okay.
No.
So if he can pull a win off against me, Taylor, or I think he hasn't faced Tristen either. Those are his 3 that he's looking for. Because I'm pretty sure he lost to Robert, right? Yes. So those are the ones that he's looking for. And then if he wins over Slink, that's one that like they're very similar. With Slink being 2 and 2 plus 1 and him being 1 and 3 minus 8, he has to kind of climb the hill to get to that. But if he can beat Slink and then win out like 3 games or something, like if he wins 3 games and he beats me, Tristen, or Taylor in one of them, and then Slink is the big one in the other one, I don't think they've played, right?
Slink and Bucks?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
They have not played.
So that's a big one that he's going to want to win, funnily enough. So moving up, we do have Slink at 10 and 9 plus 7. So this one is a little bit of just, you can like swap one of these two, but their strength of schedule is just extremely similar, just with differential being higher for Slink, but the one less loss, and then Buxton having the one more loss, but a little bit less differential. So that's why Bucks is a little bit easier. But I think Slink has to do the same exact thing as Buxton. He needs to beat Buxton, and then he needs to beat... He has already beat Tristen, which helps him a lot, but beating one of me or Taylor or Mystery would be like a huge thing for him. I don't know.
I already beat Slink.
Oh, you already beat Slink? Never mind. Then.
Yeah, I played the 5, 6, and 9 on this list.
Okay. So moving up, we have Skylar at number 4.
Man, my number 1. That's crazy.
11 and 12 minus 4. So this one's a little bit skewed because she still has to face Mystery, which is why it's upwards so much. But hers is kind of messed up because she has that one extra game that would have probably put her down lower. Her strength of schedule is a little bit mixed up because of that, but she's here at 11 and 12 minus 4. I don't think it's awful for her to go on a winning streak. It's going to be really hard for her at 0-3 to make playoffs. It's very hard for anybody from 0-3 to make playoffs, any like good coach or anything like that. So she's going to have to really put the work in.
And again, if she loses to me this week, she starts 0-4. She'd have to basically run the table, or maybe get in as a bottom spot at 4-5, like the 6th seed.
Which I kind of doubt with this kind of scheduling that we have and the people that are playing. I could maybe see it if the top seeds beat up on each other a lot. But
after we look at your projected standings, we should check out her remaining schedule.
Yeah, for sure. At number 3, we have Taylor at 11 and 8 at +9. So Taylor is the top seed that I think can fall the most, because he's not winning by a whole lot, but he's also, he's winning by a lot, so he has a win rate of +5. But he's also losing by a bunch with a loss rate of
the Taylor
4.
Story of NCL.
Yeah.
If anyone remembers season 2 when he got like in a 6-week stretch, went 3-3, like +1, and it was all 5 and 6-0s. That was great. Yeah,
so Taylor's also on a streak. Fun fact: Taylor has like 3 6-0s in a row right now. Going back to his last loss, which was me, which he just didn't play very well against me. So if he can keep that up, winning at high percentages and trying to keep that differential low when he does lose, he can definitely stay up here in contention for a bye for sure. And at number 2, we have Robert at 11 and 8 +14.
Shit.
So this schedule is rough for him because he's kind of beat up on that easier opening schedule, but here is his ride. So he's gonna have to show everybody that this 4-0 is not a fluke, and he needs to win some critical games. Big one is the one against Mystery the last week of the season. That can be definitely for a bye. That's gonna be a really great game for his good start, and so yeah. And
I really hope we are both 8-0 getting into that game. That'd be fucking wild.
That would be wild. And then this one, number 1, is Mystery at 12 and 11 +3. I also want to point out that this, even though it is a little skewed because Mystery hasn't played his game, if you take Skylar out of it, it's like awful. Like this strength of schedule is very, very rough for him. He has still Taylor, he still has me, he still has Tristen, and he has Skylar and Robert left. So all winning coaches. The only coach that Mystery faces, other than Skylar, if we take Skylar out of the picture, the rest of his schedule from week 4 on, he has one coach with a negative differential, and that's Tristen at 2-2 -1. So Mystery's...
I just want to say that those coaches that I've already played, though, the reason they have a negative schedule or record is because they played me already. So, and that's also, like, again, like I said earlier, this stuff is kind of skewed by that, where like the reason these people are doing worse is because they played the top coaches already, and then like these other people have not. So that's definitely part of it, but
100% part of it. That works with every kind of strength of schedule kind of thing. But yeah, your road to that first round bye is definitely gonna have to be earned. I definitely think Mystery can do it, but it's gonna be rough. 3-0 start is nothing to sneeze at, though. You win basically 2 more games and you're guaranteed a playoff spot. So I think obviously
more than a playoff spot, though.
Yeah, for sure. That first round bye is like literally a godsend. So definitely we'll have to work for it, but if anybody's gonna do it, it's definitely gonna be Mystery. So and then we go to the standings. So this is what it looks like. Mystery, because of your
Holy
win
shit.
because of your win loss, and then your strength of schedule is very hard. I have you losing 2 games from now. It's still because your differential is so good, because you haven't lost yet, so I have to give you a -1 in loss differential, right? So you're technically winning by +5 in your games and losing by -1. So that's why your differential looks so crazy. We'll get a better gist of it when you get your first loss. But if it happens,
bro, can we talk about the storylines? If the playoffs started today like this, it is James versus Tristen, which is, the Wolfpack clash in round 1, and then Taylor versus Slink. I think that would be the most that's got the most drama and intensity behind it. Like those two, are not fans of each other. And
what's crazy is that too, Mystery. You'd only be able to see me in finals if it started, and you would have to face one of Taylor, Slink, or Tristen for second, your technical first round, second round. If Tristen beats
no
me,
offense to Slink, but I've already beaten him, and that's definitely the one I would choose of those 3.
Yeah, for sure. And his team, I think, is not out of all the playoff teams, is probably at the bottom. But I think with the numbers and everything, I'm just gonna be honest. I think this is what we're looking at. I just don't really see anybody else picking up the pace. I don't think it's going to be so hard for Ark to climb out of his hole. I don't think Skylar climbs out of her hole either. I think she does better than 2-7, but I can maybe see her eking out, but I don't know. I
can't see Skylar making it with 0-3 and then still has to play me still. So if she loses, like I said, that all comes down. If I'm able to beat her today, that's going to be a really tough hole to climb out of.
For sure. So I actually think this is very, very, very similar of what we will see. I could see somebody else sneaking into that Robert slot. Robert, I need you to prove me that you need to earn that slot, but that's the one that I can see falling out for actually anyone, but probably Slink. Any one of those coaches can climb up and grab that number 2 spot. I think that if you're continue playing well, which I think you will, kind of have a first round at least bye kind of locked up for you. So, especially if you win against Skylar, it's going to be so hard. So
we can't doubt Buxton. Just want to put that out there. This guy has climbed and fought his way to 3 straight playoff appearances. He don't give a fuck. He's not afraid of anybody. This dude will make playoffs.
He has to show me. I want to see that happen, but I know he's climbed, but he's had first round exits every year, and those last couple seasons.
True. He beat Ark last season, and he beat Tristen in season 2.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so he's had a couple playoff wins under his belt, but with FBL and NCL this season, I need to see a little bit more out of you, Bucks. I need to see a little bit better play, a little bit better in team builder as well. But if you can pick those things up, man, reach out for help. Mystery. I know you and Mystery are pretty.
He sends me teams, and I try to help him out whenever I can.
But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I'd love if this was the playoff bracket. This looks awesome.
Interested in to see why Slink. What is his record right now? Is he 2-2? I thought he was
Slink
1-3.
is 2-2 plus 1.
Okay. All right.
And so I have him winning. He has a win-loss ratio of +4, -4. And then his strength of schedule, like I said, I have him winning 3 games, middle of the road. So
let's go look at his schedule. That's definitely one I want to look at.
Okay.
Who does he still play to?
So we can go to Slink on here. He still plays he plays Robert, Taylor, Skylar, Buxton, and me. So I could definitely see him going 2-3 as well.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, if I were to pick these games, I would take Robert. I'd take Taylor. That would be really fun, though. I can't wait to see that.
Also, guys, I just plugged in. Don't look at the wins and losses. I just everybody's going to look like this. It's going to be wins first and losses last, because I just plugged in to get you what it looks like on the dock. So it's not actually what I'm predicting to happen.
Yeah, I think I'd probably go 2-3. But I mean, yeah, I think his ceiling is probably 5-4. I can't imagine him winning more than 3 of these games. He'd have to get really hot and close out the season strong.
Yeah. So,
and then we wanted to look at Skylar's as well.
Skylar's strength of schedule. She has Mystery straight into me.
Double L.
Arc, Slink, Tristen, and Pickle. So Arc and Slink are definitely wins, like can be wins for her. Pickles as well. But me, you, and Tristen is the Wolfpack gauntlet. She does have to still go through. So
I'd give her 3 at most. I think that's her ceiling at this point. 4's her ceiling. Because again, she still has to play. If she loses this, her ceiling's 3. If she beats me, her ceiling's 4. I'd go with that.
So she's gonna be pretty caught up though in the next week because she has to battle both B and Mystery back to back. So we'll see how that.
The finalist from last season.
Yeah. So is there anybody else's schedule we want to look at? Oh, one I wanted to look out too was Tristen's. So Tristen has beat up on Taylor and me, which are good wins for him, but he still has Mystery and Robert.
No, he lost to Taylor. He beat Pickle.
Yeah, he lost to Taylor. Yeah, he beat Pickle, lost to Slink, beat me. So his big win is me, and I think the Taylor loss is really gonna bite him. I know that game was kind of crazy, but he has to face Mystery Robert back to back, which is gonna be tough for him. But then I think he has if he can glide into playoffs with this 3-win stretch. That's why I think Tristen can have a shot, especially if he beats one of Mystery and Robert. I could see him having a shot at that 2 seed for sure.
Yeah, I kind of agree that his schedule set up for him. If it works out correctly, he could get really hot going into playoffs. Say in this next stretch, he goes 0-2 potentially, and he goes to 2-4. He's obviously going to have to kick it into high gear if he really wants to make playoffs, and then he'd go on a 3-game winning streak. Get himself into playoffs. He's feeling hot, and then sometimes that's all it's about is who's the team that's playing the best at the end of the season, not really who's got the best record, because that doesn't really matter. It's just once you get there, what happens. So
I think what matters is who's hot going into playoffs and who has those buys. So fighting for those buys is going to be huge. Obviously, we have the rest thing where it can go both ways. I think buy is obviously still the best thing to go, and then the only thing I will say is if you're really hot and you take a week off and you have that buy and you come in, you're kind of lackadaisical. You just have to make sure that you don't fall into that NFL kind of thing where you're resting and stuff like that, but you kind of get into lazy building.
Definitely, I completely agree. You have to still stay at the top of your game. You can't be oh, it's my time to go on to a fucking trip to Cabo and shit. Nah, bitch. You need to be watching these games. You need to be thinking about who you could be playing. Look at their sets they bring into the games and what they rely on, leads, all that kind of shit. You still got to be looking at that.
It's a shout out to D2 players. What Mystery's saying as well. Watch your playoff games. Watch the games that you're coming into now. Trust me, people have tendencies. You will start to see people bring sets very often, very similar sets. You could pick up on these trends, things like that. I know it's that's going really into it and it's Pokemon and all that, but hey, if you're serious about winning, there's something to do. It takes 5-10 minutes to go over a few replays and see oh, Mystery's bringing this set on Cinderace every week. 4 out of the 5 weeks he's brought Cinderace, he's run Fireball, HJK, U-turn, Gunk Shot. And I'm okay, well, that's get information to go. That's something to look into. It was the main finals game versus Mystery. Mystery had run, I had looked at it, and Mystery had run 5 out of the 10 weeks that he brought Greninja were Specs. And so I was Specs does well against my team. 100% I think this thing is coming. So I prepped hard for that.
15 minutes before the game, it was choice banned for the longest time.
But so I kind of hard prepped for Specs Greninja, and I still lost to it. So, but that thing got 5 kills in that game?
Yep, 5 kill game in the finals. Clutch.
So I will say, do a little bit of research, stuff like that. So if things had gone a little bit differently, I played differently. I literally EV'd my Mega Gallade to live a Specs Hydro Pump from full. And Mystery fell right into the trap, and I didn't sprig it right. So just do things like that.
He did the work and then just made the bad play. So if you do the work, it can pay off for you. Because he made the correct EV choices and CC, or if he just sees CZ, probably. I don't know if he for sure wins. It'd have been really tough for me with Sucker Nito, but Yeah, there was not a whole lot I could have done from that point. So he baited me really well. He just didn't take advantage of it at all.
Exactly. So moral of the story is just do your
research.
Do
Moral of
your
the story:
research.
don't suck like James.
Yeah. Or just like make the right plays. If you do research, yeah, make the right plays. But
It at least helps you make the right plays. I want to look. Can we look at my schedule real quick? And then I don't know if there's anything else I want to do. I just need to see.
Schedule. So this is what I was saying. You still do have Pickles, which is your negative 1. You and Pickles and Skylar is your negative.
Pickles my only negative one. Oh.
Yes. Well, Tristen is technically negative differential, but he's 2-2. So.
Okay.
But you have Tristen, me, Taylor, and Robert. So you have like the top 5 seeds, excluding yourself, that you still have to play. So.
Okay. I've always played well against Pickles, so I think I can win that game. Skylar, I've done better against as of late, but she's kind of given me trouble here and there. We have I'm 4-2 on her all time. Tristen, it's always a toss-up, but I mean, Trist Mickey is no more, so I just need to knock your hacks. James, we always have crazy games no matter what, so I'm never going to try and predict that shit. It'll be a 1-0. If there's no hacks, it'll be a 1-0.
It will be a 1-0, no matter what. It's just going to go down to the wire every single time.
Without Taylor counter-teaming me, or I bring 3 moves in my playoff game, or he has 17 sturdy Pokemon, I've done well. But he does have a few wins on me. Overall, though, like when I win, it's usually pretty dominant, so hopefully he can get the W there. And then, yeah, that week 9 one is going to be crazy with Robert, especially if we're both like 7-1 and someone else is like 6-2, and there's like chances to rise and everything.
Nuts because he has the fucking Dragapult. What's the other bond he has? He has the Dragapult Ashgren, so you have to face your boy. He has Runnymede and Ashgren.
I know. He has the homecoming game. That one's gonna hurt a lot. He just has all my boys. He has Toad and Kecleon and Archeops. This is my team. These are my boys.
But he has that. He has the Ashgren, Dragapult, Mega Scizor, and then Mystery's downfall of Archeops, Rotom Heat. They're here, so he's gonna have to play well. And then Mystery's got the God Squad of Megalops.
I'm just putting it out there right now, though. All right, Ashgren ain't gonna hurt me. He knows. We are bonded forever.
I'm sorry, this cracks me up every single time.
That's beast.
Look at the 3 boys down here. They're the squad.
They're just chilling. Also, look at that Gliscor. Yes, sir.
Oh, look, he's got 11 kills, 3 deaths based on stuff I had to put in. What does that MVP leaderboard look like? Yo, so heat.
Mega Kang. Surprised you didn't just give your Kangaskhan like 25 kills.
No, so what I did is I gave for wins so it's just like your most common team. I pasted all and just gave 1 kill every single time you won. So to each mon, so it was just spread out evenly.
Yeah.
So it's basically, I think this is like exactly what the scoreboard looks like right now. I think Megalop's not in it right now, but it's just like it's pretty similar. But yeah, I'm excited. D1 looks really exciting. D2 looks really exciting. I want to see Omar make it. That's my if we go back to it real quick. I want to see my guy Omar make it.
He's a dark horse.
Yeah, I think that he can turn around and make it.
I love Vikavolt. I just don't think he's confident enough to make winning plays in the playoffs. So that's the only reason I wouldn't want to see him make playoffs. I mean, obviously I want him to get experience.
I will say this last game made me like Vikavolt a lot more. He played really well, and the team was built very well as well. So
okay.
I will say for a D2 player, obviously there was a couple of plays from each coach, like hard Weavile and hard Darkrai, on both that were kind of head scratchers there. But I will say I was very impressed with both of them. So I also want to see this Mega Pidgeot go ham.
Real
love Mega Pidgeot, dude. But
hey, if we get a 2-way tie, if the 6th and 7th seed have the exact same record and differential and everything, we got to have another play-in game. It's time.
Play-in games are lit. We got to do that. Yeah, I mean that's basically just a 3rd playoff game. So I mean, yeah, it'd be very, very cool.
Imagine it was Omar and Vikavolt again for the 6th spot. Man, I'd pay some good money to watch that.
That would be that'd be rematch for that would be awesome. That would be really really cool to see. I'd like to see that, and I'm definitely all for a play-on game. If they have to match up exactly with differential and stuff, but I'm all for a playoff game.
Yeah.
Or play-in game, sorry. But we're gonna wrap it here. Just a short little episode for you guys, but a little bit to get you guys pumped. Me and Mystery are both very very excited for the season. I missed Monday because of stuff happening, but I will be back Friday for help building. I cannot stress enough. Most time mods will join as well. We've had Harris join on the last one. I'm sure Mystery will if he has the time. He was working the last time, so he wasn't able to really join. But
yeah, it really depends because you do it like right in the middle of like my busy part. So.
Yeah, it's just when I can do it too, so that's when it just happens. But 12 to 2 is the big one, and if we start getting building and stuff, it can always go over. And big thing I want to point out to people, especially you D2 people, and I also want a big shout out to my D1 coaches. Don't feel like you're in D1 that you can't ask for help building or something like that. Reach out. Just be like, it doesn't even have to be like help building. Just like throw a paste at one of us, you know? We can critique it just a little bit. And big thing is don't take, especially if you send it to Mystery, don't take things too hard, you know?
Well, that's what I mean.
You know what it means. All right.
No, I don't. I would like you to explain to me. Wait, what does that mean? Are you saying that
there are times where I send you paste and you're like, what is this dog shit?
Well, it's because you send me dog shit.
That's true.
They send me like Lucario God squads and be like, yo, rank my squad.
I never say rank them. I just go, look at this shit.
Yeah, suggestions
talking about Lucario, I got paste to show you.
Oh boy. God damn it.
But biggest thing I'm saying is feel free. Throw us some paste. Join us for our building time. Like make a day out of it. You know, if you're free, if you're not doing anything, hop in. You don't have to be come hang out. It's a big community driven thing. NCL we like to be. So definitely slide up. If you want to increase your playoff chances, if you are like actually committed to making playoffs, there are little things you can do. Get help from people, especially like some of our veterans with Mystery. Harris, if he's there, will really, really help. Tristen, me, use it. Use all the resources available to you. If you want help, like how do I analyze replays? We can literally go into something like that. It doesn't even have to be building. You can come in and be like, look guys, I'm having trouble. I don't need you to help build a team, but I'm having trouble like fitting EVs. How do I work EVs? What would I do? Or I'm wanting to analyze replays like you guys said, but I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. Stuff like that. Me and Mystery, Harris, Tristen, all those kind of people are 100% down and happy to help. So, and if you feel uncomfortable, DM us. That's fine too. All right, but I will wrap it up there. Mystery, I think, needs to reboot his computer because it's dog shit.
I do. I can't see the notifications.
But we'll catch you guys on the flip side, and thank you, Mystery, for joining us.
Bro, make sure you follow me on Twitter at @basemystery. Subscribe to me on YouTube, Just Mystery, and we're doing weekly series from now on. Mid-tier Monday. If you got any suggestions, leave them in the comments of the last video. All right, thank you.
I just want to point out he did do Swellow first mid-tier Monday, so
I had to hit him with it.
All my boys are gonna be in it. I'm so excited. All right.
Not Lucario though.
Lucario for sure.
No, not
mid-tier
Lucario.
Fightings. Let's go.
No, it's not happening.
Heracross,
I'm telling you that right
Lucario,
now.
it's all
You know what? If you stuck around this long, give you a little sneak peek of next week. Sneak peek, Dark Meat.
Oh, let's go! Let's go, Dark Meat. I'm excited.
Dark Meat is
all
great.
right, definitely tune into Mystery's channel. It's a great watch. And for you D2 players, like actually watch his videos, my guys. Like they're very, very instructive. I watch him and I still learn stuff. Like things I didn't know. I learned some moves that I did not know Staraptor got. Same with Mega Pidge, so that was cool to watch. So definitely check him out. Also, join me on Twitch if you're not already following me there. And yeah, shout out to everybody. Actually, peace out. Catch you guys on the flip side. See you later. Bye.